Here we are. Here we are. Hello. Hello, Facebook. How we doing? What's going on? We're back. It's been 2 weeks. We're back. How are we? Betson, how you doing, mate? What's happening?
I'm good, man. I'm well. How are y'all? Your head is different.
Yes,
Well,
your
no
hair's
idea what you're talking about. What do you mean?
Seriously got it tied up in a little bun? I only just noticed that.
Yeah, it's braided, man.
Disgusting.
Braided.
It's plaited too. Oh God.
It's braided. My wife braids a mean set of hair, so.
Look, like I said, I'm not against it. You do you, but
I don't know if anyone, if you don't know out there, I'm in the new season of Vikings. I'm playing Jordonis. I'm playing Ivy's cousin from Australia. There you go.
Yeah. There you go, Vikings.
That's it. I'm here to blood. You want a blood angel here? Yeah, that's it. How you doing, Ash? What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, man. Good. It's well, yeah, as good as you can be in this forever freaking lockdown that we have here in Sydney. But we're sick of talking about that. But yeah, Mr. Lloyd can't be with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He is not feeling too crash hot. So yeah, he sends his best wishes and regards, and he says not a lot.
No,
miss you, Lloyd.
that's it. We do miss Lloyd. We all love Lloyd. Everyone out there loves Lloyd. He's a top dude. So he'll be back in 2 weeks. Don't worry about that. He'll be back. For those people that are wondering what the hell's going on with my hair, someone's like, what the fuck? I did a charity stream on Saturday morning into Sunday for Starlight. 24 hours and 42 minutes, I think it was, non-stop. And me and my lovely Jerdville community managed to raise $7,322.22 in the 24.5 hours. So that's for Starlight. I'm part of Uber's fundraisers team for Starlight. So we raised $7,322 for Starlight in 24 hours. So I had a whole bunch of different haircuts lined up. The $7,000 haircut was Mohawk. The $5,000 one was bleach blonde. So I thought, well, we'll do both. So we're supposed to be bleach blonde, but it's more strawberry blonde. I'm a bit of Nikki Webster. Anyway, so I want to thank if there's any
throwback.
if there's any man shakers out there or lady shakers out there that was involved.
Strawberry kisses.
Any man shakers or lady shakers out there that were involved in the stream, thank you for being there, chatting, lurking, donating. I really, really appreciate it and started Starlight. So thank you very much to the Jerdville community. You guys are a bunch of legends. Hey, there you go.
Well, Jerd, mate, don't undersell it at all, mate, because seriously, the work that you put into that production, and the stream itself was amazing. Having played, for a few hours on the stream, it was fantastic. I had the time of my life, and I am blown away by the generosity of the community around you. And $7,300. Like you guys had a goal, like your team of 4 people had a goal of 10,000 over the month of August. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many days are you to this month?
I think we're 4 days in. Yeah.
4 days in, and you have like pretty much past the 3/4 mark, including Tim's and Jess's contributions. That's outstanding, dude. And honestly, if you were to look back at Jerd, like fat Jerd, I'm talking like bottom of the Pringles can Jerd, right?
My hand couldn't fit down the bottom of it. I had to turn the Pringles can. I couldn't get my hand in.
The old Pringles cans they could, but not the new ones. The new ones are like half the size. It's ridiculous. Pringles fix your shit. But anyway, would you have ever thought that you would be in such a situation now, making such a change?
It's funny because my Mrs. J, as we call her in the community, my wife, she's taken to it. My community loves her. They love her more than they love me. She did a bit of she did some giveaways and she was like, now it's time for another giveaway. I'm like, okay. She goes, yeah, I'm giving it away. I said, okay. When I went and shampooed my hair and did all that during the stream in the morning, she was saying that someone asked about a current affair and everything. Did you ever think that you were going to be dyeing your husband's hair live on stream with 100 people watching and then giving him a mohawk? And she said no. She said, for us, it was a big big thing for me going on a current affair. I've told the story a few times. I was we were very private sort of people. Like, I've always been outgoing, but like big dude, you can't really be that outgoing, really. I never thought when I was 170 kilos that I would ever inspire anyone to change their life for the better, be able to fundraise, and have this community that we've managed to grow on Twitch. Never thought anything like that was possible, and it still floors me that that's happened, and it's my happy place. Like I go there every night. I stream every night, and we have a core group of people that are around every night, and it just feels good. It just feels really, really good, and I can't imagine if I hadn't have lost the weight and hadn't have done all this, then I would probably I'd probably be 190 kilos with a heart condition, probably staring down a stroke or something, and slowly killing myself at the pub, just working, and that would have been it. So I haven't been at the pub in nearly 2 months now. I don't miss it. Would I like to do content creation full time? Yes, I would. That's the dream. We'll see what happens when work goes back. But no, to answer your question, it's a very long answer, but I mean, it's been a journey the last 2 years. It's been a massive journey. So no, I never thought that'd ever happen. So yeah, it feels good.
And I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm stoked and proud of your effort. Like, yeah, you've come a very far, long way since the time I've known you, and I've known you since after a current affair. And yeah, the difference is outstanding, and what you're doing for the community is outstanding. Like, we're there just playing some Wreck'em Derby car game. I've downloaded, I've played it. I can't even remember the name. Wreckfest, and we're just there playing, and casually some bloke just drops a $1,000 donation, ladies and gentlemen. Like, literally just $1,000 out of the blue. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this is absolutely amazing, and it took everyone by shock. But the generosity from not just that person, but from the whole community, there's constant donations coming in. You can't undersell it enough, mate. Just congrats, mate. Just
thank you.
Congrats.
I appreciate that. Yeah, and that guy, like I was saying to you guys before, I said that guy was from America, so he isn't even gonna directly get any possible benefit from donating to Starlight. Like, it's not going to affect him at all. But because Starlight are the organisation that they are, and they do such wonderful things for sick kids, he just thought, well, bang, here, have $1,000 for the charity. And it was just craziness, absolutely craziness. So
some bloke playing video games halfway across the world. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. No, so it was one of those events that it's, I'm going to do it every year. It's just one of those events that I'll look back at. I'll look back at that in probably 20 years' time and say that was one hell of a thing. Like, that'll be one of those things that sticks with me forever, I think. Yeah, it was amazing. So, yeah. So what have you been doing this week, Ash? We'll get off me. What have you been doing this week, mate? Anything?
Oh, mate,
Besides hanging out with us. It was great to have you. It was great to have you in chat and great to have you playing on Saturday night. We had a great time. It was good fun.
Yeah, well, it's got me thinking, because I do 2 live streams a week, a Thursday and a Sunday night live stream. I'm seriously considering converting one of those into a bit of YouTube gaming stream. So I'm keen to hear from the public out here, that do tune into my channel. Have a bit of a weight loss chat, a bit of gaming chat. If you're keen on something like that, hit me up. Let me know, because it's giving me some stuff to consider. I can start flexing this PC muscle over here, but. Other than that, man, I'm just working. Stress is getting stress, anxiety. I guess lockdown fever is getting the best of me at the moment. Yep. It's getting to the point where it's really affecting the way that I do my day to day, the way I think about, just everything. My motivation, it's just flat. Really flat, and I've got some other stresses that are really having a strong impact in terms of work and that kind of stuff at the moment, and it's been a struggle, and I've had to lean on a few people a bit more than what I usually would, and last night I was meant to do a Sunday night live stream, and I just said I wasn't feeling well because I wasn't feeling well mentally. I couldn't sit there and talk 2 hours and be chirpy about weight loss. And the sooner that we can get out of this lockdown, and the sooner we can get back into some sort of normality, whether it just be being able to see your friends and get out of the house, maybe return back to the office here and there, is something that it's just, I just can't wait for. I honestly cannot wait for it. And the sooner that people can pull their act together and get out of this lockdown, the better. Because I think a lot of Australia pulled out of it, but got through the lockdown by the hair on their chin last year. Only have it happen again this year. It's just turning into a nightmare. So get vaccinated, stay safe, follow the rules, and get us out of this thing. But
I've had my I think.
Sorry.
No, I was going to add to the vaccinated. I've been vaccinated. I don't know if I was vaccinated last time we did an episode. So I got my AstraZeneca jab. I don't qualify for the Pfizer, but I got the AstraZeneca because why the hell not? My 5G has improved dramatically on my phone, getting faster speeds than ever. I can wear my tinfoil hat too. Good now with the braids. So it's winners all round. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Get jabbed, people. Get jabbed.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out, get my AZ as soon as I can. For all those young people who are in certain trades, like there's I think health, meat packing, believe it or not, meat packing. There's like tradies and such like that. You can get a Pfizer jab, like if you're under the age 55. I think it's between 18 and 30 or 40 something, at Olympic Park. So jump onto the New South Wales government COVID website, whatever the hell it is, and you can actually go get a Pfizer jab if that's what you're into.
Yeah.
But enough about the woes of lockdown and what's going on with us. Ryan, how have you been, brother? You feel like I haven't got a word in.
Look, I'm all right. Nothing too major happening down here. So thankfully I'm in, as many I presume you know, I'm in rural-ish Victoria. So we aren't experiencing as brutally locked down as Melbourne is. Even then, same as before, my life hasn't changed. Being a mental health support worker, I've been essential for literally all of this. So my life is as it ever was before. Not a whole lot for me. I had my one of my managers at work just fucking leave on Thursday, so that's fun. So now we have to chase tails as of today because there was no handover at all. They were scheduled for maternity leave in about 6 weeks and just went, nah, fuck it. So that's been my day today, being like, well, let's fix that shit. All right, well, we're going to line a bunch of stuff up and get it sorted. So, as I talked about last 2 weeks ago about my plans for the future of my work, they have been brought forward, which is good.
Great.
But yeah.
What was the role that you called yourself again?
So the role that the role that I'm getting is, for those that don't know, as a mental health support worker, I've helped create a company, a division of Genu called Genu Gamer, right? I use gaming hobbies to assist youth and young adults facing mental health challenges, as well as the autism spectrum. So we originally started as just one location here in Geelong, which then became 2 locations here in Geelong, which then came one in Frankston, one in Colac, which opens tomorrow, and one in Northcote.
Wow.
So with that has come a bunch of changes and a bunch of growth. So my role, I am now the Law Master, which is LORE, so my job is, because it turns out I'm really crappy with people, but in a managerial role. So I'm essentially the administration and compliance for all of the gamer sites in Geelong as of term 4, which is in 6 weeks. So my job will be to just gallivant around Victoria, lockdowns permitting, and make sure everyone's following their shit properly.
That sounds glorious. Glorious.
Well done. Yeah, so what
Hey.
started as a job as playing video games with kids, I very quickly became, you work office things now.
Okay.
That's what I get for creating it, I guess.
You've seen Office Space. You'll be fine.
Oh, I wanted to beat the shit out of so many printers. Like, let me tell you.
That's still the funniest. That's still one of the funniest scenes in any movie I've ever seen when they drag that printer out.
Nothing
Photocopier
beats
out.
it because it's one of the most relatable
You know,
things.
Smash it.
I actually recreated that scene. I did that with a mate of mine. We had to replace a heater core on my Toyota Supra, which basically meant that if you ever had to change a heater core before, the heater core is like a radiator within your dash, which makes the air warm that blows on you when it's cold, and the whole interior of the car to come out, massive job, huge amount of wiring, pain in the ass, right? It was like probably about all up 10-hour job, and we took this little heater core and we recreated shot for shot that scene with the printer where they beat the crap out of it. It's on my YouTube somewhere. I'll send it to you a bit later, but it's I had a lot of fun making that. I was like pissing my pants laughing with looking at that. But I'm happy to hear, Ryan, that the Law Master is coming along well.
Law Keeper. Make sure everyone keeps the law. One other thing that I have started, and I thought this might be good for all you other dudes in the chat. It's this thing called the Mind Journal.
Okay.
So a couple of weeks, well, it took like a fucking month to get here from the US because apparently it doesn't ship in Australia. So when my mental health was trasher about a month or so ago, I was like, well, I need to do something about it. And I thought, well, one of the things I could do is journal, because apparently journaling is very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is designed for dudes, because most people presume that journaling's kind of fucking dumb, and it's a bit like, I don't want to write my feelings down. So
they would be stupid.
They would be stupid. I don't have feelings. I don't want to write them down.
We don't share feelings.
That's for me. Whenever I want to make someone sound stupid, that's the voice I use. I'm sorry, whoever has that voice, but. What's really good about it? So I think it lasts like 3 months in terms of if you do it as a day by day. Yeah. However, the first handful of I think the first month and a half is actually really quite well laid out. So there's a whole section of to help you articulate how you're feeling, as well as achievements, and goals, and what makes you happy, and then it'll ask you a specific question to help you sort of trigger that part of your brain. One that I couldn't answer was like, what's your bucket list? I'm like, I don't know. I don't really have anything left. I'll just wait till I die. But there's other ones like, what does home mean to you? Like, what's on your mind? What are you thinking about? And it's just a great way to sort of push those parts of your brain, because obviously journaling is something that is very good for you. Yeah. Because like if you look at any old timey dude, all they do is sit in fucking chairs and drink brandy and smoke pipes and journal their thoughts. So
memoirs.
Obviously it's good for you. Memoirs.
Start working on your memoirs.
In some capacity.
Richard Winter said that there is an Aussie one. Check out the Resilience project developed by a Melbourne teacher, all about gratitude, empathy, and mindfulness.
Oh, well, I think I did see that one as well, but I'd already ordered that one. Like that one appeared in my Facebook ads after I bought it.
Of course it did.
Facebook is dumb and go, oh, you've already bought something? Do you want to buy it again?
You know what you need to do? You just need to whisper about it in front of your phone, and then have your phone on the table and just mention, I need a mental health journal. And the next time you bring up your phone, oh, wait a second.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of all places, I saw it on TikTok. It was this person going up to strangers. They're doing like I think they're doing like a collection of vignette stories or whatever. And it was just this person going up to random strangers in the middle of the street saying, do you mind if I have a chat, blah, blah, blah. I just got a question. Are you happy? That's the question. And then you see the people think, no, are you truly happy or something? And then there was this old dude that was sitting on like a lawn chair in the middle. I don't know where he was. And then he just told this story about his life, and it was really interesting. Just that simple question: are you happy? And some people were like, no, I'm not really happy. And then some people were like, yeah, I'm happy. And then why are you happy? I've got family. I've got this. I've got like. I think it made them think that. It was this lady who was working, and she was on like a double shift. She might have been working 16 hours or something, doing some sort of menial job, and they asked her, "Are you happy?" And she said, "Yes." And it really makes you think that, you know, you can get, there's all sorts of happiness out there. You don't necessarily need money to be happy. You don't necessarily need to have the greatest career to be happy. You can find happiness in your life in many, many ways.
Well, as we've heard from the people, they love it when we get deep and, you know, into our brains. Jed, are you truly happy?
I would say at this point, I would say honestly at this point, I would say I'm happy. I would say I'm happy because that is a loaded question. Am I happy truly at this point? Yeah, because I've got a loving wife. I've got kids who get on my nerves, and we're homeschooling, and that's its own thing. But we have our youngest in particular. He's just the sweetest kid. Like this morning we were in bed, and Finn he just showed up. And what are you doing, Finn? I want a hug. And then he crawls into bed and it's just like, the other two won't do that. They sort of won't do that. But I mean, I just look at him and I see the sweetest, most caring child. And it just makes you happy to think that you've had a part of that, and that one day he's going to hopefully grow up to be a well-adjusted human and be able to pass that on to his kids. And with everything going on, we're pretty safe. Like I said, I haven't worked for a while, but I found my happy place. I found my niche. I'm very content there. I'm ambitious for the first time in my entire life. I've never been ambitious ever. And now I have ambition and a bit of drive. Yes, there's things that could improve, and, you know, like there's always things that you hope would make life a little bit easier. But I mean, all in all, I'm very content. I'm a very happy person. My weight, I would like to lose my weight, obviously lose some more weight. But look, I would say I'm happy.
That's good.
What about you, Ash?
Right this second? No. Like, I got a lot of great things in my life that I'm truly happy for. Like, I love my family. I love Alyssa like no tomorrow. She lost her second front tooth today, like the big ones at the front. She's got no front teeth, like two front teeth are gone.
Same with my daughter. There you go. Fantastic.
Yeah, so she can't whistle save her life, and like spitting everywhere she talks. So that the tooth fairy is coming tonight to visit. She is
what is the going rate for a tooth fairy right now?
$2
bucks.
$5.
$2 bucks.
Oh, $5. Oh,
yeah.
Fucking
$5.
What have you got, one of them sweet union tooth fairies or something? What's going on with that?
Our kid, not to get too into it, our kids have some dental issues, so we make sure that they see the value of their teeth. So we're like, $5.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's so that, yeah, I love Alyssa, love my family, love Angela, like more, so much, and got a lot of great things, going on at the moment. I've lost a bunch of weight. I've got my channel. I've got friends I talk to, like you guys, and I've got this PC sitting next to me that was proudly donated from forms of super chats on my YouTube channel that I never thought I'd ever have. I got a lot of good things in my life, but overall, am I happy this second? No, because I've come. I've always been sort of like, I've been in a job that hasn't been a passion. It's something that I do to pay the bills, to support the family, that kind of stuff.
How long have you been doing that, Ash? How long have you been in there?
Oh, mate. How long have I been working for? No, there's just like probably with the mob I'm with at the minute, probably about 8 years.
Oh, yep.
Over 8 years now. Now, progressively different roles within the business.
Yeah.
And there have been times that I've enjoyed what I do. I've had a good time doing it, but I've never really been super passionate about it, if I'm brutally honest. And what I am passionate about is doing this content creation. I'm loving it. I'm having so much fun with this. The only issue is that my other real job that pays real money, like, that pays off the mortgage and such like that, is now zapping my motivation, drive, and energy to do my passion project, and it's exacerbated by lockdown. So right now, no, I am taking steps to try to get myself out of this, but it's taking time. But yeah, that's the answer to my question. And it bothers me that I am 33 and I'm saying that I'm not happy. But you look back at yourself, and you have to compare yourself. That's what people do. They compare themselves always. There's always someone doing it worse off than me. There's always someone that's harder off than me. There's always someone fatter than me. There's always someone.
But that doesn't even validate what you're thinking.
No,
exactly right. So that's where I'm at the minute. And I guess that leads me to you, Ryan. Could I ask you the same question?
Well, my answer is very similar to yours, actually.
Yeah.
So very similar to yourself. I have many, many things that I'm grateful. Actually, while I'm chatting, I'll ask you the same question. If you're comfortable on answering that question, drop it in the chat.
Put it here.
Yeah, put it in there.
Are you happy?
No. If you put it, so it's very similar to yourself. I have many things that I'm incredibly grateful for. Just like yourself, I'm grateful for my partner. She's amazing. Big fan of her. And then my son, big fan of my son. He is getting bigger and bigger and better and fun. And he's very similar to yourself, Jerd. He's just full of love and kindness. And I absolutely love spending time with him. My job has had a lot of turmoil this year. And that turmoil has caused a lot of damage to me personally. Hence, as I mentioned, I think my mental health has been the worst it's ever been this year, irrespective of lockdowns, because obviously I've been very lucky that I've been able to work through most of it, which has caused its own extra stresses, I guess, and extra pain. People think, it is very nice that I've been able to work. I know people that have been, once very similar to yourself, Ash, but very few people that have been able to keep working the whole way through. And but it doesn't mean that my job hasn't been good or easy. If anything, when you're, like I said, I work in mental health. My work has never been more important to these individuals that I give my time to, and that I create programs for. So that does take a toll. It burns you out when you're constantly assisting others. It does take a lot out of you. In terms of my hobbies, my side projects, I still enjoy it. So I've been doing it for a lot longer than both of you, but I have nowhere near had the same success as you guys. But we make very different content. So there is that realization around what I do and how it doesn't work. But from a comparative aspect, what I do, nowhere near as successful as you guys.
That's how you gauge success, though, with that, Brian.
Well, it depends. Yeah. Once again, it depends on how you gauge success.
Yeah. Because they're different. That's the thing. They're different wheelhouses.
Yeah.
Completely.
And then in terms of myself, my weight loss, I am quite proud of my weight loss. Yes. So the 35 kilos is no fucking around. It's 25% of my original start weight. That's fucking nuts.
Yep.
But I'm sure you guys are all the same, because I've certainly not hit my end goal, even what my end goal is. It's just I've not passed that threshold like yourself, Ash.
It's going backwards this week.
But the point I'm making is, it's just like I'm trying to think how, it's very difficult. And I know we've talked about this before, being surrounded by many, many individuals, within the Manshakers community, who've all had exceptional weight loss. Yeah. And really, any weight loss is fucking awesome. But there is that, added pressure. Even though 35 kilos is a lot, I constantly feel like I've not done enough with that.
Right, I'm gonna interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. I lost 80 kilos, right? I'm currently put weight back on, and I'm in a point now where I bought a whole bunch of small clothes that I was fitting into, and now I go to my cupboard and I spend 5 minutes trying to find a shirt or a pair of shorts because of the weight I've put on. So, I think maybe not hitting your end goal could also be a blessing in disguise. Because I know for me mentally, and look, someone said hashtag fuck COVID, and I can blame that to an extent because I was going 100 mile an hour before COVID hit. But I think you've done exceptional. You are a great ambassador. You see the photos that you put up. I follow you on Twitter. If everyone's got Twitter out there, go follow Betson on Twitter. I see the photos you put out on Twitter, and it's staggering the difference. You put up one the other day of you and
Max.
Max, yes, you and Max, and the difference from you now to you then. You can't. It's the same with content. You can't compare. You losing 35 is the equivalent of probably me losing my 80. Like, you can't compare the two. Like, it's so you should be very proud. And I've met a lot of people over the last 2 years, a lot of dudes in the community and everything, and I chat to a lot of people. You are honestly like top 5 of the good dudes that I know. So
who are the other fucking 4?
I didn't tell you what order you're in, but I mean,
so I'll chat to those pricks.
I think sometimes we're our own worst, harshest critics, and that's true of a lot of cases. But you should give yourself some serious props because you've smashed it. And you come in here every week, every fortnight, and you bare your soul every fortnight. And you'd be hard pressed to find a more open, honest guy than yourself, especially about their journey with weight loss and mental health and everything else. So you should be proud.
So yeah, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, no. So to answer your question, yeah, the answer is still no. And like, I think that's an interesting thing because it's like, similar to yourself, Ash. I'm 32, and like, it's this, as I think I was discussing this a couple of weeks ago. It's this weird situation, right? All three of us, we're very, very lucky gentlemen. We all live in lovely houses. We all have lovely families. We all have jobs. Like, we tick all the fucking boxes that counts for being successful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's very hard to tick all those boxes and then still go, yeah, but I'm not entirely happy.
Yeah.
It's very weird. It's a very weird sensation. It's like, it's this weird, like, unhappiness that comes from privilege. Well,
that's the thing. Weird, and we're white, middle-aged males living in Australia of all countries. Like, we've just been kicked with a golden boot. Like, seriously. Like,
yep.
But like Warren said, I'm not as happy as I seem. And I think that plays in a lot too. I think we all put out. I know when I was a big dude, I was always the happy-go-lucky big guy. Like, I'm sure a lot of us were too. The
whole gimmick.
I think Warren hit the nail on the head there. That a lot of the times, we put on this persona that we are happy because we're trying to put up this wall defense mechanism to not let people in. And you're only kidding yourself. Not kidding yourself. You're only like with weight loss. You're only person you're accountable to with everything is yourself. Yes, you have partners. Yes, you have kids. You're accountable to yourself, and you can only be truly honest with yourself about how you're actually going and how you're actually feeling about yourself. So Warren, I definitely feel you with that. I'm sure a lot of blokes out there definitely feel you with that comment. That's just it's life, isn't it? It's just.
Ron Williams, not a fat dude, but I'm just saying Ron Williams.
That's the thing.
That's the one to think about. Like, he was like, if you walk into a room and he's in there, he's like staring at the sun. Like, he just like has this great big ball of energy, and he was just like the life of the party. And everyone that has ever met him has always said that he was just such a nice guy, always on, and he killed himself due to depression. And the amount of blokes who suffer like this, that the ones that are very outgoing and always making jokes, always there to impress, always on stage, they're the blokes that I feel that you should really be having those conversations with and saying, hey, are you okay, man? Is everything good? You know, I just want to check in on you mentally, all that kind of stuff. And they'll feign it off. But if you keep, you know, pressing the issue, then maybe you can get a real and true response. Because Warren, he's got some pressure on him as well, because he's got that social presence of the manshake. He dances and he does all that stuff to bring other people up. And I did.
Hey, Warren, do the dance. Warren, do the dance shake. Warren, do the dance shake. Warren, come on, do the dance shake. I can imagine.
He's on TV.
I can imagine.
He's on TV, and I did. And
say the line.
I did a fat chat with him, and that's going to be coming out in a couple of weeks. And you know, it's like he was saying that it gets to you at times. You know, having an expectation on you, but also being the overweight friend. And even though you mightn't be copping the flack, it doesn't take away from the fact that it is mentally and mentally draining if you are the fat one of your friends. So, I mean,
it's exhausting being a big dude, let alone being a big dude in a public eye. Like,
hey, I would I avoided going to reunions from high school. I avoided catching up with old friends because I gained a substantial amount of weight after school, and I was like, I don't want them to see me. And you can always see it in people's profiles, like on Facebook, social, and that kind of stuff. If they don't have any photos from the neck down, or anything facing the body, you just know it's like, okay, they're struggling with some self-image issues there, and that was me. And I was always like putting, crap on myself because, like by me saying the joke first, it's like, okay, I beat them to it. That's why my channel's called That Fat Guy. I've taken that away from the public.
Dave.
That was my thought process with that. But
mine would have been, oi, fuckhead.
Yeah.
Welcome to Oi Fuckhead.
How good is fuckhead and fuckface? Honestly, I have a hard time like not laughing when I hear someone say "Oi fuckface."
Yeah, fuckface. Yes, they've got a fucked face is just good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
the chat is blowing up, and there's
scroll back up because I don't have access to the chat right now.
Let me have a look.
Let's see some of these lovely
Let me have a look. Let's scroll back up. Hey, Lloyd's in the house. Hello, Lloyd. Happy birthday to Joe too on the weekend, Lloyd. Happy birthday, Muzzle Tov.
But look,
Brock says he's most definitely not. The answer is same as Ash. Not there at the moment, says Cameron. Surgery got cancelled.
Sorry, dude.
A lot of people are. A lot of people are, quite content, quite happy.
No, not. Can't remember the last time I was. Jess Bruce, not right now, not happy. Stuck in the same job, not loved for a few years. Justin Kelly, not happy at the moment, battling separation.
I'm sorry, dude. That blows.
Yeah, man, that sucks.
Wait, hang on. I say that like unless it's a good thing. That's like one thing is like, hey, I got divorced. Sorry, like no, I fucking hated him. Like, oh, congratulations then.
Yeah, you have
it's
to do
a very
that.
tough one.
But then you can't speak ill of the divorcee because then they might end up back together, and then it's like, no, you called him an asshole. I know how you really feel. Yeah.
Carl not doing too well either. Like, guys, like honestly, you got an awesome group of blokes and ladies, if you're a lady out there, on the Manshakers page. So feel free to reach out to anyone there. And if you are struggling mentally, don't be afraid. Like, it doesn't always need to be about weight loss. Like, I don't like the flavor of the coffee shake. No, it doesn't always need to be like that. Just post up there, guys, struggle mentally, give us a hand. That kind of stuff.
Like, I saw a comment earlier essentially saying like thank you to the three of us and Lloyd as well, the four of us, and five because when Tim was here too, about being very comfortable talking about our mental health. So it's not even a thank you for us, like thank you all to you as well. Like you've allowed it, you've helped make this place safe, so much so that people in these chat also feel safe to share that as well. So thank you to everyone.
This is live on the internet. Like these messages you're writing here is live on the internet for anyone to see and go back and watch.
Yeah,
right?
just like dick pics. Once it's on the internet, it ain't come back. It'll be there forever.
I'm not happy. I'm struggling with separation, that kind of stuff. And this is not a small page. It's 60-something thousand people here. But we had another actually weight loss related question. We're going to get into some weight loss talk.
No, let's fucking pick it up. Let's give away some shit, and then we'll answer.
I'm alluding to that. Just give me. I saw
he's alluding, chat. He's alluding. Ooh.
We are going to cover some weight loss stacks. We got some stuff from the Manshakers page. And we've got some giveaways. We've got to catch up. We've got 3 giveaways to do tonight. So strap yourself in. Make sure you you like this post and you comment on there. Jerd's going to do a draw in 1 minute. So you got to get a comment in if you want to be entered in the draw.
Yep.
Get
I
your
want to
friends.
give it away now.
I'm giving it away now.
No! Get your friends and family members in
And then I'm
here
going to
as
give
well.
another. I'm going to give another one away. I'm going to give another one away
Shotgun.
in about 2 minutes. Yeah, about like
This
right
one
now.
might
Richard,
surprise people. You know what's going to fucking surprise you? Winning shit. There you go. You still here?
I'm about to do a double
Yeah.
shot. Double shot.
Okay, wait. Let's just do a spin first. For
Yeah, it's Richard.
Windsor.
Richard, get in here.
Give people an opportunity. Bill Dykoff telling us to hurry up. Shut up. We're getting to it. Jesus Christ.
That's the point. Like, there's
so
people like
thankless.
Bill being
Hurry
like,
up. Hurry up.
stop talking about how your brain's fucked
I say-
and give us the free shit.
I say Bill
Yes,
Dykoff's not
please.
overly happy.
Yeah, he's like, hurry up.
I'll take it. All right, I'll take it. Here we go.
Hey, Dickie knee.
The manshake wheel
On you, Richard.
Manshake.
Give it away now.
What was that little bit of fucking sad Chewbacca at the end there? It's a manshake.
Yeah, was that Jerd? I thought that might have been Ryan. I wasn't sure. Let's see this. Yeah, I haven't spun this in like a month. I didn't
Here
even
we
know
go.
where it's.
Yeah, spin that
Okay.
shit. Oh, it's like you never stop.
Side note, I've been watching the Formula One show on Netflix. Highly recommend it. It's addictive as shit. Formula One, Netflix. Check it out. Blue. Blue. Ba-da-bee-da-ba-ba. Oh, I haven't got the thing for the blue.
You got yourself 3 boxes of man bar. Oh,
All right, everyone, close your eyes. Imagine a flashing couple boxes of man bars. There it is. Oh, isn't it? Isn't
Yes.
it magical? There you go.
It's amazing. So you got yourself a set of man bars.
I just added it in. It's
Just one little one. Do it again. Come on.
Where is it?
It was tiny. It was so tiny.
But there's 3 of them. This isn't just one. It's
it
3
was
of
so tiny.
them. Your production.
It's the Man Bar Mini coming soon. Okay, I'm going to refresh this pool. We're going to give another prize away right now. Bang. Oh,
Right
I'm not.
now.
I'm not
Oh,
even.
who's fucking writing this down? Because Lloyd ain't here.
Oh, yeah.
Richard Windsor. Message
Ryan's got
Ash.
No, message Ryan.
Betsonsberg.
Ryan's the guy.
They cut his forehead.
Jesus Christ.
He looked like one of those old school news.
John
Yeah.
says, I don't like man bars. Okay.
Cool.
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 Sweet.
Can I have him? Can I have him, John? I'll take him.
John, it's Richard Windsor. He won it.
No, I'm just saying if he's got something you don't want, I'll fucking
You
take
don't
him.
like man bars? Stick them in the fridge, mate. They transform. That's all I'll
mate,
say.
Oh, I thought you were going to go the other way. Like, if you don't like him, stick him. Just fucking stick him.
Stick
He's,
them in the
he's
fridge.
allergic. I don't think sticking in the fridge will help.
Why is this not working?
Unless you have some
know what?
antihistamine
Yeah,
in there.
fucking John, don't touch him. Just don't even.
Is he
think about it,
allergic?
All right.
I was
Fucking leave
allergic.
it.
I put them in the fridge like you asked. It's just broken out in
You
halves. I
can't
have to
say
get
you
an
don't like
EpiPen.
him and then say no, I'm allergic. They're totally
It's
different.
like, yeah. Wait, hang
Yeah,
on.
no.
Is it a real allergy, John, or is it the same people that say, "Oh, can I not have pickles on my Big Mac because I'm allergic?" I'm like, listen here, you
what
dumb,
is going
dumb
on over
person.
here?
There's pickles in the Big
what are you
Mac
doing?
sauce.
Oh,
What are you doing,
no,
bro?
it didn't pick up the same thing. It's stupid. All right, don't worry. We've got it sorted now. We've had 10 extra people get. Oh, Jesus Christ!
What the fuck, Jared?
This podcast is
Okay.
slowly going to start falling apart.
Yeah.
Like the frames are just going to
Behind.
start dropping off the
Stop
page.
behind.
Lloyd
Lloyd
Nah,
Lloyd's
Lloyd's not.
Nah, fuck you, fuck
Get
you,
outta
fuck
here,
you, Lloyd.
Get out of here. You're sick. You're sick.
What movie did he go see though? I do want to know what movie he went and saw.
Lloyd, Bob,
Get him out of here! Lloyd, you're not winning. Jesus Christ. If it's Lloyd again, fuck Jared. Come on. Hey, Carl Gordon. See, it's always the way because the man ambassadors, like we're good for like manshake stock and everything like that. I came into a man talk that I wasn't at one day and I just wrote poop. And I only wrote one comment and like 100% was the one that was drawn, and you can go back and watch it. I forget what episode it was, but it's just always the way when an ambassador's not here and they're in
that
the
was funny.
chat.
That was so funny.
Yeah, Carl Gordon.
All right,
Carl Gordon, are you here? Is he here? Can we check whether he's here?
Spin it, we'll find out. If he's not here, then we'll give it to someone else. Go.
All right.
Spin it. This is the prize. If he's not here, someone else is getting it. Can I get a new hat? Mine is ragged.
Oh,
Red or orange? Red.
That's the red one. That's a starter pack right there. Is it really small?
No, but I can
make it small.
Yeah.
Anyway, that book, The 10-Minute Man, great book. Highly recommend reading it.
What is this, manshake?
Seriously, Ash the man bar was about that big, mate. Seriously.
What is this? A manshake for ants?
Is he here? Is he here? Have we seen him? Cole here?
Is he here? Has he said it?
Kyle.
Kyle, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to say something, otherwise we're redrawing.
Kyle.
Gordon. We did have a question earlier from Marcus Bidley. Marcus, we're getting to it. I promise you.
Hi, Marcus. What's the question? Is it Carl?
Redraw.
Cal.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. We'll give it to Marcus. He asked the question. Marcus, what's your question? And you also want a man starter pack.
He's probably not here, man.
Fuck.
So. Carl's here.
Hey,
Fuck,
you're lucky. Betson was going rogue. You were lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, it's a rogue pill. I swear to God. But anyway, congratulations, Carl Gordon. Can you hit up Ryan Betson and we'll organize that.
Look, admittedly, I'll get messages and be like, "What the fuck who's Kyle?" And then I'll be like, "Oh yeah."
Some guy demanding free stuff. Betson, I'm owed shit. I'm owed stuff.
I'm the guy who sounds like
I don't know who you are. And then it'd be like, I won the man starter pack. I'm like, oh yeah, hey man, what's going on?
Stop fucking messaging me. Oh, hey, what's going on?
You're the third person today to ask me for free shit. No.
Anyway, we had a question a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Marcus Bidley, awesome last name, love it. For macros, parentheses, depending on which calculator used, I've been given ranges of 5% to 45% for healthy carbs, 25 to 40% for high quality protein, and 25 to 80% for healthy fats. These are huge variations of the same goal of 1 kilo loss per week. Any recommendations on healthy macros for sustainable weight loss?
Throw it out the window.
Hey Marcus.
Yeah, throw them out of the car.
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
No, throw it out the window.
Special, man.
Macros, no.
I got confused reading that, man.
I would say a couple of things.
And I was like, I don't know what the fuck you just said to
I
me.
will say a couple of things. I've changed my stance a little bit when it comes to carbs and whatnot. Carbs, just go minimum carbs. Like if you've got fat, you've got inbuilt energy there to go. Minimum
as long
carbs.
as you burn it.
Minimum carbs. I try to cut down on sugar. I try to cut down on fats. And protein, which is your friend with snacks. It'll keep you healthy, fuller for longer. And if you're having dinner, protein the size of your palm of your hand. Don't care what protein it is. If it's chicken, steak, whatever, palm of your hand, bang. You get the macros.
Powder. No water.
You're making it more complicated. For me, you're making it more complicated. If you go to the gym and want to min-max your build and you want to get ripped and do all this shit, then yeah, do all the macro stuff. But I mean...
Well, it depends on how far you're down your journey, Marcus, and where you want to go. Like if you are at the back end of it now and you want to like, bulk or whatever, then take that. You want to min-max, go for it. Yeah. If you are just in your early days, just don't fucking worry about it. Because if you make it harder, you make it more complicated. Yeah, then that actually makes it much harder to maintain, and it's very likely you will not be unable to complete it.
I'll be using the basal metabolic rate BMI or BMR calculator. Sorry, should I say more than macros? Macros, and I've got friends that are like bodybuilders, like full on. They do they rub themselves up with fake tan so they look like a baseball mitt. Mate, it's ridiculous. Like the amount of effort that
comparison.
Yeah, they count their macros like to the nth degree, and it's so complex, and it's just so exhausting just to hear them talk about like, oh, man, well, I got to, make sure I have at least 400 grams of chicken in this serve with, I need to have a little bit of healthy fat there. So I made sure I use the thigh. It's like, fuck that, man. Keep it simple. Talking calories, avoid sugar the best you can, and lower the carbs. So don't have like great big amounts of bread, and just because it's under 400 calories doesn't mean it's really good for you. So don't exclude carbs completely because they are a source of energy, but just don't stress about macros. It's once you get down the road. Yeah.
Manshake's supposed to be easy. Manshake's supposed to be easy. Have 2 shakes a day and some snacks and dinner. Like that's a whole different, that's a fitness Facebook group thing and not so much a man. Like, there's a difference.
There are some dudes within the community that would get that and understand that.
More power to them. But
yeah, fuck yeah.
Average Joe, like,
I don't have enough brain power in my day to make that happen. Kyle just hit me up on, I'm in the Manshake
not
group.
now.
I mean, not right now.
We've got messages during shows before. Jared, I'm like, I'm not looking at my phone like we're doing a show.
Hit me up later. Hit me up tomorrow.
I want some stuff. Yeah, cool.
Not
wait till tomorrow.
Show. God,
wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Look, Alpac says that we need to get initiated into the hot sauce gang. I would really like to do a first week feast, like the Hot Ones style man talk, where we get like a line of 10 hot wings that get progressively hotter, and just do that. I would love to do that. I've been binge watching that lately. I love it. Absolutely.
I have broken inside, so like hot food fucks me real hard, but I'll do it for a laugh. And then I'll live stream me dying the next day.
I have some hot sauce around here somewhere.
I would love to go at like there's a there's a website that you can buy all like the current like Hot Ones sauces that go like
Chili
right
Bond.
up. And
Go to Chili Bond. Chili Bond's good. I got this one. It's called Pure Bread Idiot.
That sounds horrible.
That sounds very suited to you.
I had that on one of those Dorito chips, those hot Doritos chips. Yeah, this one's about what is it, like 3 million Scoville or something? It blows your head off. It gives you hiccups straight away. They're good. You get a sweat on. You want to sweat up. That'll give you a sweat up.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I want to ask out there because a lot of people listen to podcasts out there, right? And during these times of COVID, where stuff is shit, can you suggest, put in the chat, good, funny podcasts to listen to, or really informative ones? I would like to drop down a couple right now. I absolutely love Two Bears, One Cave with Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. Oh my God, I am dying with laughter watching that. The Manshake have a podcast as well. The Manshake are on hold at the moment because their whole thing is about interviewing fat people and not so fat people.
You know what
and
happens?
They can't get those people.
I'll give you the.
And there's too many successful man shakers. So it's very difficult to talk to fat people.
I'll give you the inside scoop, right? You know what happened? They marked my podcast safe for work, and I dropped 2 C-bombs in it, and it got cancelled.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I heard him drop the first one. I'm like, did Jerm just seriously say the C-bomb?
I know you dropped
10
the
seconds
C's,
later,
but...
he dropped it again. I'm like, holy shit.
Did you not hear there was a really long pause before I said it because I wasn't sure if I assumed they were going to. Beep it out.
I could just see one of the veins on Adam's forehead just like suddenly just stop pulsing. Like it was just like.
I did look over at our good friend and I went over to our good friend. Looked at him and he was like, I said, okay.
Like, oh, I've said it once. That's okay. All right, get ready, ladies and gentlemen.
Open the floodgates.
Lloyd's saying that I should do the world's hottest gummy bear. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do?
No, I'm not doing that again. No. Couldn't give me all the money in the world to do that again. Nope.
Really?
Oh, so that de-incentivizes me very quickly.
No, that'd be 10 grand for Starlight. I'd do it again. That's it. No.
Really?
No.
I'm
Is it that bad?
Because
I'm like Lloyd, just soft. Like he's eating a gummy bear there and he's crying. He's like,
no.
It's so hot, man.
He spat his out. Like, I ate mine properly. He spat his out. No.
I heard
Shout out to
Lloyd.
Richard Windsor.
American
Glutton is fantastic. The Imperfects and the Pop C. That guy's a dickhead that runs that.
I'm not much a fan of Ash, but even I wouldn't give that to Ash. Like that's like no. That's painful.
Like, no.
Painful, that shit. Like seriously, it's bad. I would say if you're looking for a good funny podcast, Scrubs, the guys from Scrubs do one called Fake Doctors Real Friends. If you love Scrubs, check that out. It's so good. So
Love
good.
Scrubs.
The theme song's an absolute banger. Like seriously.
What gets my rounds? Hang on, I have to look.
Yeah. I haven't listened to
But
it.
yeah,
I like the Bill Burr
appreciate-
podcast. Bill Burr, Monday morning podcast with Bill Burr is hilarious. So good.
He speaks a lot of American sports in it, though. That's
Zip.
where I kind of tune out a little bit.
Zip.
But,
Recruiter. Love it.
yeah. Bill
yeah,
Burr,
so-
definitely one of the funnier ones. But the Bill Burt podcast is pretty good. Him with Burt Kreischer. But if you ever want to laugh, like, and I'm not talking about podcasts here, but you're on YouTube, look up Burt Kreischer's best laughs, because he like, I was in the worst possible mood. Like, this is the other day when I was like really sort of like hardcore stressing, and I watched this video. I was crying with laughter. It was hysterical. 100% look at it. But yeah, best on what you're saying.
So my recommendations would be, I haven't listened to them in a while, but like Tofop were really good. So that's Will Anderson and Charlie Clausen. That's one I used to listen to way back. Obviously, being a big Kevin Smith fan, any of the stuff that he does is great. Like Tell Him Steve Dave, as well as Smodcast, stuff like that. There's a pretty good PlayStation podcast called For the Players that I make, if you want to check that out. But I've got friends of mine that do a sort of comedy politics one that's called Unnatural Selection. I can't recommend them high enough.
Okay.
And if you're a wrestling fan like myself, there is a one called Off Her Chops.
Yeah.
So there were two female wrestlers. They were the team called the Iconics at the WWE. So they were known as Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. They don't go by those names anymore, but they are so unapologetically Australian, and it is beautiful, and it's actually incredibly funny.
I don't
you
enjoy
like
it as
wrestling
much
as well.
as Young and the Wrestlers. Just saying.
Yes, Young and the Wrestlers has been pretty quiet, but yes,
Fine.
that's very true.
Don't.
But
it's
yeah,
funny-
I also give big thumbs up to American Glutton as well. I do like Ethan Suplee. I think
Good
he's
dude.
got great insight. And it's always very good.
I would say I sort of agree with you, Fit by 40. I know people were saying when I was down my smallest, I looked like I was sick or had some sort of disease, or I was addicted to meth. At one point, someone thought I was. I would say Kevin Smith is looking a little bit gaunt. If he's happy, that's fine. I mean, if he's happy, that's cool. But I would say,
But once again, we know what he used to look like.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, because we have that visual comparison.
I think it doesn't.
it's
I think it doesn't
probably-
hurt that he still wears oversized clothes. I think that hurts him too. I think
It does throw
the fact
it,
he loves his big clothes. He always has. I think that he still wears those oversized like suit jackets now, rather than the big.
yeah, the hockey jerseys are kind of done.
He wears those big
but
suit
yeah,
jackets now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those things.
So I
Look,
think, because I know there's that suit jacket or a similar suit jacket was one he wore before Clerks, I remember from memory.
Okay.
So I think it's got that symbology of like he's
okay,
now
yeah.
less than when he was
Yeah, I
made
see that.
Clerks. Like
I see that.
I've done the same thing. Like I've pulled out clothes and stuff that I haven't worn since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Now that I can, which is just as fun.
I wore
so.
my Arsenal kit on Saturday. Where I had to put a shitty shirt on when I got my hair dyed. Arsenal, of course, shitty. I wore the black and pink one that was a size 6XL that I have not worn since I lost the weight. And I wore that because I wasn't afraid of getting that wrecked because I can never wear that again. So I wore that on Saturday morning. It was weird getting back into it because I hadn't worn it in forever. I'm just like, yeah. Even though I put a bit of weight on, I'm still like, I still can't, like, it's still a dress.
It's
nuts.
unfathomable.
Yeah.
Like I know I posted on my socials as well. Like I put like literally the same jumper that I used to wear, and it was 5XL, and then now I the exact jumper I'm wearing right now, which is an XL, and like look how loose this shit is. It's fucking amazing. You know what I mean? And then I had like the shorts that I would wear, which were 44s, and then now I'm a 36. Like it's fucking insane.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's nuts. It's nuts when you try and think about it. Yeah, it's crazy. We are running a little bit long. We're going to do one more giveaway. We don't have Lloyd singing though, unfortunately. So we'll Ashley's got 3 things here, and I'll just pick one at random. We'll just discuss one of them. We'll do another giveaway, and then, yeah.
Look, if you want me to sing something poorly, I'll fucking do it. Give me a request.
I got my auto tune here somewhere. I'm sure we could.
Oh
figure
yeah,
something
the
out.
auto tune. You can rock the auto tune.
We'll figure something out. Let's go with. Let's do this one for a bit of frivolity. I think that's going to be. Is it that one? That's the one. Let's do that for a bit of frivolity.
It's interesting that he run the hose through the manshake. But I do hear that the choc mint is very good. Is not very good for the interior of the car, from Adam McDougall, but the exterior might be possible.
You're an idiot.
Lockdown multitasking. So
hook it up to the hose, but I love this picture. I wanted Joe to put it up because I was like, that's cool. We don't get enough like photos of shakers in the wild. Like the last one that really stood out to me was the shaker in the cockpit of the plane, like the weed sprayer at the farm. So guys, every week we're going to be picking a photo of a shaker in the wild, and I reckon right, we should make that a prize-worthy entry. So if you get your thing up on here, hat and stubby cooler to you. So let's get shaker in the wild, hat and stubby cooler if you are featured on Man Talk. So you got to get posting that on the Manshakers Facebook group.
Yes.
And hashtag Man Talk. And,
do that. Do that.
Yeah. So make sure you put so we can see it.
I'm trying to think of the weirdest place I've ever made a shake. It's really hard making a shake outside because as soon as that wind golf course, probably on the golf course I've made shakes before. When I did that charity, I made like 2 shakes on the golf course, and as soon as that wind hits, it's like Big Lebowski. As soon as that wind hits it, it just wafts across. It looks like you're racking up on a golf course. It just powder everywhere. Probably the golf course. I don't think of anywhere else weird that I've.
It doesn't necessarily need to be made there, but if you're taking it out while you're washing the car, this is a perfect example. Or out while you're flying the plane, it's a bit hard with some people in lockdown. But if you're out,
even just get inventive in your house.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
sit in the bath with some candles, bath in the candles with a bit of manshake in the bath. Feet out.
Maybe take your manshake on a hot date. You're sitting there having coffee with your manshake, like treat it like another person, and you're like, oh, we're just having coffee with my manshake.
Forget the shower beer, shower manshake.
Oh,
no penises, but shower manshake.
A little bit penis.
We'll blur it out.
Like a little mushroom sticking at the top of the water. But look, I've got this cleared by the manshake, so it'll either be the stubby cooler hat, if not maybe a little bit.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. What are they going to do?
Easier, but I'll speak to the guys at the manshake. But shakers in the wild, shakers out there, cool pictures of shakers. Put them up on the shakers page and hashtag mantalk.
All right. You sent me a couple. Do you want the other big one or the other small one that you sent me? Do you remember which one was which?
Do the small one.
Small one. Done. Bang. There you go.
Is this another shower picture? Nope. No. Okay. Cool. Good.
Really want to stick to this. Any advice on making them shakes taste better, easier to drink? I have a few. Betson, what do you think? I've got a few ideas. But
for me, it was more water. More water was the big giveaway. Having it cold was another one. Don't be afraid to mix flavors. Is a big one because you're like, oh, I'm sick of chocolate. Then fucking make choc strawberry or choc caramel or something. Get creative. That's about it.
I picked this one because I figured that there's always people with varying lengths of their journey here, so you never really know.
No.
But look, make it work for you. Exactly like what Ryan said. Mix in different flavors, bro. You can blend them. Blending them changes the whole texture of them. Chuck some ice in there and chuck some fruit in there if you want to. I've had a lot of people asking me recently, milk. Can I use milk? A lot of people asking me that actually. And my answer to you is yes, but I wouldn't. Hands down, I wouldn't. If you start off using milk, you're spoiling yourself for ever getting off the milk onto water. Because let's face it, milk is going to make it, taste more like a milkshake than anything. Would you say, boys? Would you agree?
Yeah.
I did it once.
I've never done it because I knew that I'll be like, oh, mate, yeah, this is the bomb. Why haven't I done this before? And then it's slowly going to progress to, oh, I'll put milk in it once here and there, and then to every fucking day. So
for me, it was later in the journey, and because I have to use lactose-free milk because my insides are balked, like lactose-free milk tends to be sweeter. So I put it on. Oh, that's way too sweet, and so I never went back. Oh, cool.
Oh, Craig's doing the old Neapolitan. I believe you find out it's the Jerdman Neapolitan, but anyway, it's okay. We'll let it slide. I would say
I think I may have worded him up on the. If that's Craig O'Flaherty, I think I may have worded him up on the Jerd Neapolitan.
Trademarks pending. I would say, like Betson said, cold. For me, cold. I know Beezy puts in ice and does all this shit and does all that. No, cold water.
Heads up though, because I don't know about any of you gents out there who've lost a stack of weight. I get cold as fuck super easy. So I have if I happen to
I was wearing this the other day and it was like 30 degrees.
Yeah,
you get the ice headache.
I die for a while. So I'm trying to especially right now in the winter month. I know we're transitioning to spring, but fuck, don't. I die in my organs get physically cold. It's fucked.
Yeah, no, it'd be colder than you ever have before. I would say cold water. I usually do 500 mils with 2 scoops. And what we'll say, you don't be afraid to mix flavors like Ash said and like Betson said. And look, straight shooting. There's going to be some flavors you just don't like. But if you can find 2 flavors that you do like, just alternate those. I have coffee and birthday cake. And when I don't have birthday cake, I have coffee and I either do like a choc banana or I do do Neapolitan, strawberry, vanilla, chocolate. I would say get yourself a good shaker. Look, I love Manshake. I'm a Manbassador. I've lost a shitload of weight on Manshake. I don't like their shakers. I'm sorry, I don't.
It's because the stainless ones haven't come back yet.
I don't like them. I use the Big W Decor Jet Shaker because you get no friggin' lumps and you don't need a springy ball. And it's smooth as shit.
I have learned a little method to help remove some of those lumps, by the way. So you go about half of the if you have, let's say, 500 mils of water, put about 200, 350 in there, shake the living piss out of it, then add more water, then shake the living piss out of it again. Because I previously would just do it 500 mils and shake it, and it would be real lumpy and gross. You got to do it in that weird stages.
Because I fill it up. Why? I'm doing about 450 mils of water at the moment, and I'll put the 2 scoops on top. Right, close it up, and I'm very careful not to go side to side. First thing I do, upside down and shake like shit. And I never get lumps. I don't understand why people get lumps.
Because I do also find that if you go water then shake, and then you give it a big Hadouken, that little fucking nook in the lid. What'll happen is you'll get dry powder in there, then wet powder over the top of it, and that prick will be in there for days.
Yeah.
So invert it. It's probably a good idea. Are we gonna have a debate right now about fucking powder first, then water? Is that we're gonna
water
get
first, then powder?
Water first.
Never
you
powder
put powder in first, you're an idiot.
Never powder first. Never
what the
first.
fuck?
Yeah. If you put powder in first,
you're an idiot.
Wrong.
You're an
because
idiot.
What's going to happen is as soon as you put the water on top, it's going to make this little layer, and you're never going to get the powder off the bottom. It's always going to be stuck there, taunting you. While you drink it, you're going to see it there.
Have you ever made a shaker pancake thing before? You put the water in a shaker pancake. Yeah. When you shake the shit out of it, you get that powder in the corner of that shaker bottle. You got to turn it upside down and bang.
There's a lot of obscure right angles in that shaker.
Yeah, you got to bang the fuck out of it. You don't want to be doing that with your shaker every day. You just want to put the water in first to get that little bit of steel there at the bottom.
Guys are doing it wrong.
It's all about the surface tension.
Are you telling me that you put your powder in first, Ryan? I know that
look at him.
You told
of course
me
he does. He's got that written all over his face. He looks like a powder first man. Look at him.
Yeah, but you don't just what you do. So I take the powder in the bottom of the shake onto work. You move it around. You loose it up. The reason your pancake mix gets all bricked because it sits in the fucking cupboard for a week and a half.
You don't think I upturn it and shake it loose for the kids? You don't think I'm aware of that?
Powder, mate.
I've been making shaker pancakes for you. Boom.
Yeah. Ryan, mate. I've been there shaking that pancake mix for 15 minutes to the point where it feels like cement going up and down. It's mate, you're wrong. I'm sorry, you're wrong.
I love you, but you're an idiot.
What's chat's thought, by the way? Am
Mate,
I
look, Victoria, they
handicapped?
potato cakes down there. It's potato scallops. Like, just
No,
seriously.
potato scallops is a very different dish.
Get out of here. But look, for this guy as well, there are flavors you're not going to like.
Yeah.
Well, it
and
depends. Whoever this guy is, are you powder first? Because then completely changes my answer.
Yeah, but if you can't find one flavor you like out of all like 8 or 9 of them, however many there are with the limited editions, I would say, mate, are you really serious about this? Because if you can't find one flavor that you like, you got to ask yourself, well, am I really serious about weight loss, or am I finding excuses? Because that's
the thing.
hard.
Like, I had the first shake. Strawberry is my favorite flavor ever. I love strawberry. Strawberry thick shake. Stick it in my vein like an IV. Like, I love it. The first shake I ever had, I thought, I'm going to get this strawberry manshake. Let's have a go. I poured it. I had one sip and I went, I just don't like it. Mixed with a bit of vanilla, it's fantastic. By itself, I did not like it.
Look, we are very, very spoiled with the manshake.
And
the
if I had
manshake it tastes really good. I tried to do a shake a while ago, and because it was soy based, it had that real nutty flavor that soy has. I wanted to fucking vomit every time.
A little bit nutty.
Yeah, but
it's like shit.
We're very lucky.
Yeah, we are, because and that's the thing. If I had stopped on that first shake and thought this is shit, then my whole life would have been different. So you got to push through that. You got to want to try and get outside your comfort zone a little bit. You got to want to try and make this thing work. Assume it's going to work. One flavor you like. For me, the coffee tastes like Bristol Bros coffee. Love it. Anyway, let's do another giveaway and let's get the hell out of here. All right, let's refresh that. Is that going to yeah. Where's it doing that tonight? Anyway, okay. I'll figure it. What do you got on this week, Betson? Anything?
Not really. Oh, so the only thing so an episode of For the Players. If you want to talk about podcasting, ladies and gentlemen, my episode of the podcast went up this morning. That's my weekly PlayStation podcast. I got really shitty about the Blue Box Game Studios.
Oh, that's so out of character for you.
I know.
So out of character.
Soapbox shitty.
Yeah.
Clever.
But yeah, so I got real mad about this whole abandoned Blue Box Game Studios thing, because if it better be something amazing, otherwise Sony will look redonkulously incompetent.
It's the brime of video games. It's the brime of video. Remember brime?
No, it's the fucking Fire Festival of video games. Like, you were promised the world, you get there and it's a fucking private island for refugees with like really shitty food. That is what this is. And no, but it totally is. Like, you've got that Seth MacFarlane looking prick who's misleading you. Then you've got
put a link in chat, Betson. Put a link in chat, Betson.
Kojima fueling the fire. He's the Ja Rule of this scenario. Like, it's not good. Ja Rule.
Put your link in chat, Betson. What's your link? Yeah, put your link in there. The Ja Rule of this. Fantastic. A sentence that's never been uttered ever. I got a friend who his gamer tag has been Ja Rule forever. He's a middle-aged white dude. His gamer tag is Ja Rule. What have you been up to? What do you got going on this week? Ash, same, usual stuff.
Yeah, same, different smell. I have to see a game this week because I may have, right? So, Ryan, you could have sympathized with my story. Last night, I was like, bugger it. I need something unhealthy. And I decided I'm going to go get a KFC feed. That sounds like a good idea, Ash. I think you should go get some KFC. And I did. And I went. So I sat in this drive-through, my local KFC, for about 10, 15 minutes. It was busy. And I get up to the window. And I noticed that, like, the cars are there for, like, an unnaturally long time. And then I saw 2 cars just drive straight through. I'm thinking, they're out of something.
No chicken.
They're out of something. Right. So I pull up to the thing. It's like, welcome KFC. How can I help you? I'm like, yeah, can I get a large double zinger stacker box? So a large zinger stacker box. And he's like, see about that. I'm like, oh no. And he's like, yeah, we're out of Wicked Wings. I'm like, you're out of Wicked Wings? And he goes, yeah, we're out of Wicked Wings. I'm like, huh, okay. Well, what can I
Well,
get?
fuck you,
No,
man.
and he's like, what can I get in instead? He goes, I can get you the little tiny snack box of the popcorn chicken, or a tender, like one of the original tenders, or a piece of chicken. I'm
I
like,
love how they give you
"That
one
sounds like a
tender.
fair- That doesn't sound like
One
a fair trade.
tender.
I actually asked the guy. I said, mate, can I get 3 tenders?
Yeah,
Because,
it's
you know,
3 wings. There's not a lot of meat on the wings, though.
He's like, no, I can only do 1. I'm like, well, what about the inconvenience? He goes, yeah, no, unfortunately. Look, I said to him, look, forget it.
You know
just
who
do
I
the
am? I'm Ash.
Wait,
Lost 60
and
kilos
then-
using the manshake and KFC.
Wait.
Okay.
And then he goes, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we're also out of buns. I'm like, you're out of buns. And he goes,
Well, can you use tenders instead?
He's like, I can put it on a tortilla wrap. I'm like, you're kidding me. You want to put it on a tortilla wrap? And he goes, yeah. But you won't give me 3 tenders. He goes, yeah. I'm like, huh.
Say later.
No, I'm not going to order, mate. Just,
I would have been like,
yeah. And then
Did you get a Krispy Kreme instead?
No,
Okay.
I broke my rules. Well, the rules a little bit. I went 5.2 kilometers out of my radius to the next KFC.
Oh my god, I can't believe he's done that.
Oh,
Yeah,
because the closest
It was
KFC is
essential.
5.1,
It was
yeah.
essential.
Ash, Gladys watches this show, mate.
Oh, Gladys doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't know shit.
Gladys can understand. She's just like, yeah. And I actually recorded my because I knew that something was up. I knew that something was like, oh, here we go. They're going to be out of something, and I am not even kidding you.
Super spreader.
Super spreader.
G'day, mate. Can I get a large Zinger stacker box, please?
Yeah. So I actually recorded it.
He went fishing like Homer. He went fishing.
KFC,
When they were all out of KFC, he went fishing.
Look, I understand because I've talked about here that the closest KFC to my place is 5.1 kilometers away. So when during that time, like it's a tough decision. Tough decision.
Yeah.
And every time, totally worth it.
I said we were once on a
I didn't know the actual amount of kilometers on it.
You
I'm
didn't
actually
care.
Googling
You
it.
were hungry. We were me and Mrs. J were on a bus once from Vegas to, it's the most depressing bus I've ever taken in my entire life, Vegas to LA. It was like one of those ones out of a movie. They had a chicken upstairs in the thing. There was people screaming and yelling. We went to the KFC on the side of the freeway, the Macca's on the side of the freeway. They had no meat, they had no chicken, and they had no buns. I'm like, why the fuck are you open? Chips and soft drink.
Yeah, you
Fuck
think
outta
they'll
here.
just call it quits and just say, no.
Fuck out of here. All right, let's do a giveaway. Bang. I got to see a man about a horse. I got to finish some Red Dead.
Rootin' tootin' cowboy
Yeah,
shooting.
finishing Red Dead tonight, baby. If you want to check out the finale of Red Dead 2, pop into mine after Mentor.
That's me doing gun things.
Rootin' tootin'. You know, I jiggered the system. Anyone out there that's played Red Dead, I killed a lot of people and I got black hatted. I was a black hat and a wolf, and I wasn't liking it because I love Arthur. I'm like, and someone said that you can go fishing and put the fish back and you get white hatted. I sat there for 2 hours fishing and putting them back in. Now, max honor. I killed 50 people, but I put fish back in the water. Hey.
Hey,
I've got to make sure
God
before.
works in
I've got to make sure
mysterious
before my
ways,
judgment day, because I'm a bit of an agnostic. I've got to make sure before my judgment day, I just go, I hit the local river about a week before I think I'm going to
punching the
cark it.
fish
Yeah,
instead.
that's it. Yeah. All right, let's go.
How many Ks was it, Ash?
is it as the bird flies or is it
Bird flies.
As
Bird flies.
As the bird flies.
Bird flies.
Fuck,
Richard
it's
Windsor.
Richard Windsor again.
Richard Windsor's not winning again?
He's not winning again?
No.
Okay.
Oh, give it to someone else.
All right.
Sorry, Richard.
Oh, Dick Windsor. Oh, it's from person.
Cool tip, Joe, because my honor is bad. Yeah, just put the fish back in the water, fit by 40. John.
My name's Mr. Incognito.
Oh, I've tried manshake. Didn't work at all after 2 weeks for me. Didn't lose anything. Oh, well, have some more manshake,
Well,
mate.
John, guess what? You're not getting any more. Thank you. No.
Next.
Yeah.
Next.
Are we going again?
Yeah.
Mate, look at his comment. Do you think that's
Okay.
worthy of win?
All right.
Hey,
John,
Manshake sucks anus. You want some free?
Alright.
free
Okay, well, we'll
stuff?
go again.
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Hashtag.
Sorry,
Fuck
John.
yeah. Hashtag fuck yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Chris Rock. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Sorry, Brock, to steal your tagline. Chris Rock. You there? Hello, it's me.
What about you, Ash? What's your week looking like?
Hey, hello, he's here. Let's go. Bang.
I already said it. Didn't I?
He's already said it. He's
No, I
already
missed
done.
it.
Already done.
Look, I clearly wasn't fucking paying attention.
He's already done it.
Oh, well, let's spin that shit then.
He's not paying attention.
Let's
to that.
just not bring attention to my inability to listen to you, and we'll just go straight to the wheel.
Huh? What'd you say?
Exactly.
Here I am watching on the screen. I have the wheel fucking next to me. $3 members. Congratulations. Get that little tiny box up there. What is this? A box for ants?
Look what you're missing out on, John. I'm sorry. You're like, oh, the man shakes didn't work for me. Well, maybe the bars would have. You wouldn't know now.
We're being very harsh on him, but like, mate, if
I'm
you're
just ripping on you, dude.
on a manshake, like,
Look,
podcast,
I'm going to be honest. If you're not losing,
gonna
if you don't
be
lose weight the
say-
first week on manshake, then you're doing something wrong because you're going to lose water no matter what the hell you're doing. Like you are.
Yeah.
It's you just. I can't say it's an impossibility not to lose weight on the first week. I'm going to say it, and I don't like doing that, but it's an impossibility you can't lose weight on the first week. Impossible.
Yeah. It's impossible.
Seriously, it's impossible. All right. What am I doing? I'm doing my usual shit.
Sorry, just saw Jade's comment.
What'd you say?
I hope Chris isn't allergic too. Yeah, that's a good point. We should probably take that into account.
Oh, well. Maybe he's putting the powder in first. That's it. Lloyd's talked more in chat tonight than he does when he's here. What is going on?
Well, I think he can actually get a word in. That's
Can we
all.
just move? What Lloyd needs to do is he needs to get us on text message, right? And we
And
just
we
need to
just
move
have
that over
just-
here
yeah.
like that, and then Lloyd can just sprout off over there. It works.
You know what I think Lloyd needs? He needs a little talk button. So like when he presses it, a red light comes up on the screen, so we know when to be quiet.
No, it's a shut the
Lloyd's ready
fuck
to
up,
speak.
everybody else. I want to say something, please. That's the way it's going to be, little darling. Don't tease us with horses now, Lloyd. You're not here.
Yeah,
Don't you
mate.
dare
you can't,
tease
you can't
with
say you're going to
horses.
sing horses right now.
Don't dare do that.
Write the lyrics and we'll push to talk it. You know what I mean? You'd be like, she's like Stephen Hawking up in this bitch. It'd be amazing.
Actually,
That's a
I
terrible
called my horse in
impression.
Red Dead Little Darling. It was good. Little Darling. Come on, Little Darling. Let's go ride those horses. Yeah, anyway. I'm streaming every night this week, as usual. Red Dead coming up. And I'm going to have a look at the new Lake. I've got some early access to Lake, which is a lovely looking indie game. I get to play the first week of that. And just usual shit. Saturday, we'll be up to Mischief, having a few drinks, playing some sort of community games or something. Yeah, that's it. Twitch.tv/Jerdman. Come in, enjoy the community. Come into Jerdville. Twitch is not a scary place. Anywho, that's it. We'll be back in 2 weeks with Lloyd, us.
Can I say something as well?
Go.
I've actually started using my Instagram again, guys. So I'm actually
Hey.
trying to start using it. So if you can jump onto my Instagram, follow me if you can, that.fatguy. It'll be really good. I'll absolutely love it because I'm not doing the daily vlogs anymore. I think Instagram gives me an opportunity to just be like, hey, guys, I'm still alive. Give me some attention.
Brock says, Jerd, do you know what Uber called his horse? No, don't care. All right, let's go. Jerd, man, of
Fuck it.
course. It was going to be a Jerd joke, of course, because he beats that dead horse. He's got one joke, and it's me. He just says Jerd, and he thinks it's hilarious.
Fucking hell. Nah, don't care. Fuck.
No, I don't care, because I knew it was going to be at me. This is the face of someone that doesn't give a fuck. Anyway, he's been wanting to ride me for a while. I'm just going to say that, Brock. All right, we're out of here.
Really?
See you later.
Really?
Why not? Why not? We lost
we
Betson.
going?
We lost Betson, probably.
I dropped my pencil.
Betson's
Where
already-
the fuck's my pencil?
Betson's already finished. He's just
Betson,
like,
sing off.
all right.
Betson, sing us out, will you?
What do we need?
And they sing out. I don't know.
Do you want me to drop a beat for you?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. That's it. Bye.
God. No.
Bye. See you in
please.
2 weeks. Jesus.
Please come back, Lloyd, because that was fun.
Christ.
No way.